Yeah, real happy with our effort all the way down the bench. It was great to get everybody playing time, and everybody scored that went in. That John Carroll team obviously has a lot of balance, and they're going to win a lot of games in their league. Obviously, coming off of a championship this past year, and have a lot of respect for what they've been able to do as a program. But really pleased with our effort. We really talked about not wanting to practice any bad habits today. Thought we did a good job of staying focused throughout, and everybody that went in did a pretty good job of what they needed to do. Great ball movement. I think 23 assists on 10 turnovers was really good for us as well. Really shared the ball. Shot the ball well too. So 15 for 31 from 3 was good, and then really good effort from these two. Casey with 19, 4 and 6, which is a great stat line, and Hannah with 10 and almost a double-double. We had to kind of save her from herself. She had 4 fouls, so I didn't want her to get her first career foul out. So, but
for the kids.
But yeah, in front of the kids. Yeah, her class that she student teaches for was here, so that's why you saw the signs, Miss Young, and so that was pretty cool to have the kids here. Really appreciate the local support from the elementary schools to come out. It was a great atmosphere, a lot of enthusiasm from them, and it was really neat for our players to play in front of them. So thank you to our local elementary school systems for participating.
Questions for Hannah and Casey?
Hannah, what's the class?
What, my class?
Yeah.
I teach PE, so I teach K through 5 at 2 different schools, at Longcoy Elementary and Holden Elementary.
What's it like playing in front of them?
Actually, since I've been there, so the past 3 weeks, they're like, I can't wait for this game. They're so excited, and then being able to see them out there and they're screaming and having so much fun, and it was just great to be able to see them. And then after the game, they're all like, can you sign my shirt? I have this sign for you. It's so cute.
Yeah, she was definitely a celebrity today. That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Casey, you want to be a teacher too, right?
Yeah, ultimately.
Stuff in your hair too. Everybody's got a little something.
Okay, Casey, this is you're scoring like crazy this year, and the coach has said a couple times how hard you worked over the summer. Just talk about your journey from last year to this year.
Really, I feel like it's just a confidence thing and experience. Definitely not having a summer last year, like my freshman year because of COVID, that kind of stunk. But this summer, got to be here with everybody and be connected with everybody. I think that definitely helped me for this year.
What do you look for on the court? Your three-point shooting. Now, you're a really good three-point shooter in high school, and last year wasn't so great. Is that just practicing or what?
Yeah, I'd say definitely just practice and confidence again. I think you have to have confidence in your shot, and I've gotten a little bit better with that.
Hannah, you watched her last year and this year. Tell us what you've seen from Casey.
I just see every day, she puts in hard work, and, you'll never, see her take a day off or anything like that. She is always putting in the hustle plays, and that always translates into scoring opportunities. She has a really quick first step, so you better be able to guard her on one-on-one. And coming off ball screens, she's always looking to score, coming off the ball screen to attack, or if she's going to shoot it. So you have to be ready to guard her. So she's been playing really well.
Being a regular starter has been a long time coming for you, so what's that like?
I think just from freshman year to now, there's just been I've been learning a lot since then, and I just found my role, and I'm all right, you better go get that rebound. And once I do all that and hustle plays, and then offensively, everything will come naturally. Stuff
You're
like
a
that.
pretty good three-point shooter yourself too.
Yeah. I just practice, try to come in the gym when I have time, outside of practice, and just confidence, like she was saying, that definitely helps.
Casey, what have you learned from watching and playing with Hannah?
Definitely toughness and all the little things. She's always doing something, whether it be defense, rebound, offense. She's always doing something. So toughness in the little things, because you always know Hannah's going to be tough, and you always know she's going to be coming up with rebounds, even if she's not the biggest player on the floor.
Alan, do you have anything for
Casey, just talk about, last year you had a nice role on the team, an important role. This year, obviously, based on how you're playing especially, it's going to even increase. Just talk about what it means to come on the floor, to what you are now as a sixth man, basically, and give them a spark.
Really, I guess you said it, like giving the spark coming off the bench. When we need a spark, come in and just do what I can, do what my role is, and get the game going, give some energy.
Yeah, we talked about it too. Like this team's depth is probably our biggest strength. We've got probably 8 different players we could start. You know, we always talk about it's not always about starting. It's about, you know, crucial possessions, who's in on crucial possessions, and who's in there finishing games and that type of thing. I think they're doing a really good job of just, you know, staying in their roles, you know, and really trying to be focused on what they're capable of doing. But we've got a lot of players that could start on any given night. So.
Yeah. Catherine, do you have anything for your athletes?
So really quick, so you guys are now 3-0 on the season. What kind of a confidence boost does that give for, you know, in the locker room and team morale and stuff like that?
I think we just need to come into like each game like, all right, yeah, we are 3-0, but you have to come out every single game playing like you're 0-0. So I think if we have that mindset, like we'll be playing really well every single game.
So you go from John Carroll to UCLA. So what's your thoughts about next week?
I think that we need to take this week to really like switch our mindset from, look, we're playing like the top 15 team in the country. Like they're going to be super big and super athletic and they're really good. We have to be like not perfect, but we need to be aware of like the
Close.
scout, and we have to be
Close.
almost perfect, and we need to like just be on our A game and connected with each other and just really focused all the way up to that game and through the game.
What's it like for players to have that much depth around you?
Well, it's great because you know that like you can rely on each other because you know what they bring and you know that every day they're going to bring that. And if not, you're competing against someone else that like they could be playing that well, and if you're not playing up to their expectations, then they're going to be playing before you. So I think that competitiveness makes us even better. Yeah.
Questions, Coach Stark?
You were actually down 7-4, Coach, and you put some people in, Casey being one of them. Kind of got you going. We can talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know how many people I told. I was talking with Coach Sendroff before the game. I was like, these are the type of game. These are players that want to compete. John Carroll won a conference championship last year. Has 5 starters back. They're not walking in here just trying to show up and leave. They're trying to come and compete. And if you don't play good every possession, you got to play well on every possession. They're going to be able to do some really nice things. And I told Coach Sendroff before the game, these are the type of games, you come to the first media timeout, you're down 17-14, and people are like, what's going on? You know, I've coached in some of these games on the other side, you know, starting in small colleges, and those are big games for us. And we didn't want to take a back seat to anybody. So kudos to them. They were ready to play at the beginning. I didn't sub out because we weren't necessarily playing well. We wanted to get a rotation going pretty early. So that really didn't have anything to do with why we subbed. It was just a matter of we wanted to get the rotation going. And we finally got into the flow of the game, started doing some things better defensively. You know, and we were going to be fine, you know. So I think they were just excited because all those kids were there, I think. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We loved it.
So 52-6 on points off turnovers. You ever seen anything like that?
Sure. I mean, that happens every year in games. Like, you know, it's I mean, I think our defensive pressure was good, you know. I don't really look into those numbers as much as what our habits were to lead to those numbers, okay? And so that's the biggest thing is, are we practicing good habits the way we're playing? And we were talking about that all week. We don't want to practice bad habits in this game, like I said before. We want to make sure that we're staying focused on what we need to do. I thought they did a really good job of having active hands, you know, taking them out of their stuff. And then we converted a lot of them, which was good to see.
You caught a stretch in the second quarter where you hit 5 straight threes. I believe 4 different people. Just talk about that aspect of the team and how explosive that can be.
Yeah, I mean it's a great equalizer, and we'll need that this coming week for sure. But we have really good shooters. These two are very good shooters. They both have put in a lot of work to get to that point and be more consistent with it. But we have a lot of other good shooters, as you already know. So I think the biggest thing is to make sure that we're getting the right type of shots. They can take as many threes as they want if they're the right type of threes that we're looking for. I thought by and large, we had a lot of those, especially in the second half. First half, I thought we, probably settled a little bit early for a few, but second half, I thought the quality of the threes that we were taking were really good after ball movement and paint touches. We talk about that all the time. So, I expect them to make those shots when we get good looks. When we miss those good looks, it's more of a surprise to me than when they make them.
Anything else, Coach?
Just what, John Carroll to UCLA, what are your thoughts about the next week of practice and the tournament?
Well, at this point, it's just UCLA. I mean, John Carroll was John Carroll. That's a game that we're trying to go 1-0 in, right? So that's done, and now our focus turns towards UCLA. Probably one of the best, if not the best, teams we'll play all season. When we recruited them, we told them that we like playing an aggressive schedule like that and play some of the top-ranked teams in the country. We said if that scares you, don't come here. And they all were like, yeah, we want that. So you got to be careful. I told them you got to be careful what you wish for, all right? Because UCLA is really good. And so that's going to be completely different, and we're going to have to focus on that game plan and what we need to do for that, prepare for it, because UCLA don't care about us. They care about them. They're trying to win games and get better themselves. So it's just, we hear trust the process all the time. First of all, you got to make sure the process is good. You don't want to trust a bad process, all right? And then if the process is good, then you have to stay committed to it and consistent, and that's really what we're focused on, more so than the opponent. It's about us getting better as we move towards December.
In your first year, that Florida Gulf Church, the tournament in Florida, the Gulf Coast tournament was a turning point for the team. I mean, you learned how to win down there.
Yeah, it was really, obviously it's the same tournament, different field. That was where Larissa Lurkin had her coming out party, with 39 points against Western Kentucky. So that was a pretty awesome thing to be a part of that. They're going to write their own stories. This team's going to write its own story. So it's some familiarity for the staff, but it's new for them, and we'll just take each game as it comes. Keep them focused on that. There's a lot of distractions that come through the course of a season. You never know what's going to happen, so we just got to stay focused on what's right in front of us and what we can control.
I just got a throwaway thing at the end of the story. Was Abby hurt? I just say that all healthy players played.
Right, we're just resting some people
Okay.
that need it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and we did that a little bit in the game too. So it's, yep.
Only Casey played more than 20 minutes. So
That's a good thing.
Anything else?
Last one, just sitting 3-0. What do you like about what the starts like?
Well, it's better than the alternative. I mean, and we started off with some good opponents. I mean, Northern Kentucky on the road to start the season, that's a good team. I think they're going to win a lot of games in the horizon. So coming away with a good road win. We didn't play our best at times, especially defensively. I like the progression from game 1 to game 2, where defensively we got much better. They were much more focused. We saw some improvement against an NEC. They ranked 3rd in the NEC. I mean, they're a good team. St. Francis is. So, just want to see us keep improving. And I'm glad. Obviously, the goal is to win every game that you're playing. But the number one goal is for us to continue to improve as we go through the year. The wins, losses, whatever, those will take care of themselves as long as we keep improving. We're a really good basketball team if we'll continue to improve. If we stay stagnant or we get lackadaisical, or we don't stay in our roles, then we can turn into a very average team in a hurry. So just keeping them focused on that. But 3-0, yeah, it's obviously the way you want to go.
Thanks, Coach. Good to see you.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.